Hey everybody, how's it going? We've been working super hard on this platform since we last spoke. If you can remember, we actually lost our entire code base just about 3 weeks ago due to some really silly errors on my part. And so I had to rebuild the whole thing. And so I'm back to, I think, where we were. And now we're adding a new feature called adding connections, much like you would on LinkedIn. And today I'm going to show you exactly how we did that. But before we do, I'm going to give you a little tour of the platform. Please excuse my video. We had an issue, a technical issue when we were recording, but you will hear my voice and you will see me walk through every step that we took along the way. So looking forward to hearing your feedback. Please add any questions you got in the comments, and looking forward to showing you what we've been up to. I'll give you a quick tour, and then we're going to get into actually building in a very important part of the application. So we've got our feed page back. We got a network page that we had built back with all the functionality working, which is really nice. We got profiles set up as well, even added some new stuff, including the ability to import a resume directly into the platform, which is really nice. You got like a public view of your profile as well. You'll be able to search people. I'll just use one example and find people. And we also have a settings page where you can see and manage all your information. There's all sorts of stuff like preferences. We got light mode and dark mode. And then one of the things I actually wanted to talk about today that I built was a component showcase. And so this is actually like our design system. I built this out at the very beginning, and I learned a really good lesson that if you do this, if you like spend actual time building out, a design system, you can always reference this in your code every time that you want to build something new. So if you want to build a new page, I always go to like cursor, for example. I'll pull that up and I'll just type in like @showcase, and then I'll say, build me a page using this style, and then I'll explain what the page is. So that really helps have design consistency across your app. So definitely a really good tip for the future. But today, what we're going to focus on is the ability to connect with somebody. So right now, if you look, and actually I need to add a button for this, but if you looked at my profile and we look at the public view, you'll see that I added a connect button here. Now I need to do this for each individual. So let's take a look at like one of these people, like Dana. Let's see if they have a connect button. So they do right now. So what I want to do is I want to be able to click connect and actually connect with Dana. And Dana, of course, will need to accept my connection. So here in our notification section, we're going to have all our connection requests managed, as well as all our other activities. But here you can accept or ignore. So what I'm going to do today is set that up. So let's go to cursor and start doing that. So I'm going to try to explain to it what I want it to do. So right now we have buttons in our public profile views that say connect. But I need to create a system where I can actually connect with someone. And I'm going to just say the @network page, because the network page is this one. So is where all my connections will be managed. If I click connect, click the connect button on someone's profile, it should be added to my network only if they accept my connection. If they ignore it, then do nothing. Can you help me build this? Walk me through your planned steps first. Because I really want to see, like, what are the things it's going to need to do to make this happen? Because it's quite a complicated task. So let's see what happens. I'm going to let it do its thing and see what kind of results it comes up with. All right. So it's starting to do what it's going to do here. It says, I'll help you build this connection system. Okay. It's going to check out the profile page to see how it's currently implemented, and it's learning. All right, so came up with an error, but I think it'll power through these. It's probably just not sure what to look for. All right, let's see what it says. So, needs to create a database schema, add a connection request model to track pending connections, update the existing connections model to store accepted connections. There needs to be a post, get, put, and another put for rejections. Update the network page, add a new tab for pending connections. I don't want to do this. We will manage all of this in the at notifications page. Okay, and let me just read the rest. Add connect button to profiles, add connect button to public profiles. Okay, yeah. Hopefully it'll find that we already have those buttons, and then we'll add the pending and connected states to it. And then it says implement notifications, notify users they will receive a connection. Yeah, I mean, we will need that. And let's see. Let me start by implement. Okay. So it's still doing its thing, but I'm going to give it this instruction. I don't know if you know that you can actually kind of update it with some more information while it's doing its thing, and it'll course correct. So, I just don't want it to like implement that change and then, not like just do it the wrong way. So hopefully it will update. So let's see, I'll examine the notification. Now let's look at the connect button. Okay, so it's going to continue doing its thing. It's definitely going to take a little bit for this to complete its task, I think. In the meantime, while it's doing that, let's take a look at some of the other parts of the experience that'll need updating. So when I click on one of these individuals, what I can see here is there should be something that says we're connected. So that'll be nice to add in there. So I definitely want to see that at some point. We are going to need to create a messaging system eventually. I have not built that out yet at all. So that'll be another fun task to learn how to do. One nice thing about this visualization, you can toggle between your inner and outer circle. I think we talked a little bit about this, and you can see people who are approaching your inner circle. Something we might want to think about how to manage people who are interacting with us a lot and also becoming closer contacts in our professional circles. They may move into your inner circle. I don't know. We're still working on that conceptually, but I think it's a good idea. Let's see some other things that are going on here that I think would be worth sharing. This is like where we're leading up to. So I've built this as a prototype, but it is not actually hooked up to anybody's post. So this will be like in the next sessions, we're going to be setting this up and getting, this is helping us get to our MVP. If we can, it looks like we got an error. If we can get to a place where where people are able to create a profile, make connections and post, like that will be an incredible MVP, really already replicating a large majority of the features that exist in LinkedIn today. But let's take a look at a cursor. Let's see what's going on here. Looks like it's fixing some components here. There was an issue with Toast. But yeah, we're getting really close to being able to launch a beta that people are going to be able to actually use. So I'm very excited for all of you who have been following along all this time to be able to try this platform out. Like I'm excited. I think it's going to be pretty amazing to have built, really what is I would call a LinkedIn competitor in, essentially like 3 to 4 short weeks of like, honestly, like I haven't spent all my time on it. I would like to, but I do have like other things that are going on. And, but yeah, like a solo person being able to build an entire platform like this in just such a short amount of time, it's pretty impressive. If I don't say so myself. But no, really, like it's just insane that I've been able to do this, and it's not without like really deep knowledge and expertise, like of UX. I think that's one of the big things that I've come away with, like with these platforms, is like yes, it'll do so much of the coding for you, but so much of the work that you have to do in instructing it is like explaining how the UX should work and being able to really think through all of those scenarios does require, I think, an expert in UX who understands how platforms should work. And so as develop this knowledge and expertise in both the coding, AI coding, as well as your product experience, skills, like those two combinations together plus design, like visual design and UI, it's just going to be such a killer combo. So I'm very excited, that, for those who are listening and trying to develop their skill set or build out a platform of their own, really just developing all of those skills together are what are going to make you great at this. All right, let's take a look at Cursor. We're still going here. A lot of stuff to update. But excited to see where this goes. I think we're getting closer to being done. We can just kind of review what it's done so far. So since we last left off, it looks like it started creating an API for the accept reject requests. So that's cool. It's also updating the notifications page, which you already saw, probably with those API calls. Okay, so there were some errors that it was kind of fixing. It wanted to create a notification, probably whenever, somebody sends us a connection request, it should show us like a little pop-up Toast notification on the top right corner. We'll see how that works. And yeah, so it realized we had a Toast system in place, so it's going to use those. It created a component for adding connect buttons to a user profile. And so we already had a connect button, so I'm curious to see what it's doing. Oh, and it looks like it actually stopped working. So I'm going to just say keep going, because I don't think it completed its task. Let's see if it picks up where it left off. Yeah, there we go. Let's take a look at this. Maybe we can see some stuff that have happened. I'm going to look at the public profile. Like, let's just see what happens if I click connect. Does it do anything? No, not at the moment. And if I do it I think they have not implemented that yet, just did the back end. As I said, this is a pretty massive effort, like for it to build something as complex as user connections. Just because one, it's a big platform, there's a lot of moving parts, and two, the relationship between two users seems like it should be just like easy, but they got to build out a table, and that table needs to remember that there was an invitation and that there was an acceptance or rejection, and then that it was accepted, and now there's a connection between these two people, and that needs to be shown in a variety of different views. So it's not like as straightforward as it seems, but yeah, I'm excited to see like kind of where and how it works. While we're here, I want to check our Neon database to just see like if and how like connections are managed. So I'm just going to kind of scroll over here and see if there is, here it is, connections receiver and then connections requester. So I'm going to actually click on that and see, is that, no, that's the wrong one. Sorry. This is the right one here. So let's see. So for my account, there's nothing in connections receiver. And I'm going to click on this one for the connections requesters. So let me, am I in the right account? No. Sorry. Let me just like check which one I'm actually checking here. Yeah, so there's nothing in the requester and nothing in the receiver, which makes sense. The other accounts have them because they were like fake accounts that I generated. But this is a fresh account, so I added nothing to it. Okay, so let's just see what it did. We've updated the API endpoints to fetch connection status in a user profile. Send connection request, accept, reject connection request. We've created UI components for connect buttons on user profiles, connection request in the notification page. Okay, we've implemented logic for showing appropriate button states based on the connection status, handling connection requests, request responses, and then users can now visit someone's profile and click connect. The receiver will see the request in their notifications page. The receiver can accept or reject the request. If accepted, both users will see each other in their network page. All right, so we're going to give this a try. Why don't we go here? We're going to like, I've been just looking at this person, Dana Brown. So I'm going to go to Dana Brown. Well, that's weird. Profile not found. Why? Okay. Let's take a look here. Are we getting any errors? And I'm going to just double check if it's just Dana Brown or it's all people. We're having a trouble with that page. So like, let's just see Piper Anderson. Yeah, it's coming. It's happening with all these people. Let's just plug that error in and see. We're not getting a whole lot of other error indication here, just on the front end. Get user profile. Yeah. Let's see if it shows. Could be this is the error. Okay, it actually helped. It found it for us. Okay, let's try again. Okay, good. All right, so now we have a connect button. We have two connect buttons. We'll fix that, but I'm guessing it's this one because this is the new one. So I'm going to press that, see what happens. So connection request sent. So that's the little toast, which is awesome. Now, probably in our notifications, we are not going to see that. So actually, you know what we should do? And I did see that it was failed. So let's just take a look at that. Let's fix that first, but we're going to actually send a request to ourselves. I have two accounts. Something broke. Oh, it looks like it's fixing something still too. Okay, maybe I should have waited. We'll try again. All right, still doing its thing. Let it complete its mission, and then we're going to test this. So actually, where we are going to go is we're going to go to find my other account. So yeah, this is my other account. So we're going to open that one up, and we'll send a request eventually to this account. I hope this is going to work. It did just give us yet another error, but okay, good. There we go. Okay, it's still working though. Let's let it finish its thing and then we can check. Wow, it's really fixing a lot of stuff. Let me fix the proper names in the contact card to match the variable names from the API. Oh boy, just messed up our whole contact information section. I hope we don't have to revert this change or explain to it that the styling is wrong. Yeah, resume. It'll stop at 25, responses, and then you have to like click that. Well, it's certainly better than coding it ourselves. This would be extraordinarily complicated. I would not even know where to begin. All right, so I think it's finally finishing up, but yeah, the styling of the contact info on the at profile, or I think it's the username page, is wrong. It should match the styling on the public view of at profile. I'm going to just grab the right page here, this one. While we're at it, I am going to find in my username page, I'm going to find the connect buttons. Yeah. Okay. I just asked it to switch out the other button because I didn't like it. So if you saw what I did there was I found the button and I like hovered over it, or I selected it rather, and I did Command L, and that actually adds it down here to my prompt, and then I can explain to it what I want it to do. So, and previously, it looks like it did a good job updating this, but let's just double check. I am noticing that it is still not exactly the right style. So, I hope that it's going to update it the way that I asked it to. Yeah, it did not. And so I'm going to restore this checkpoint, and I'm going to explain. I don't think you studied the public view of the contact information section in at profile. Please look at the style and structure and apply it to the contact info section of at username. Sometimes it takes a few tries when you try to instruct it like this, but hopefully it'll get it this time. It also, when I tried to instruct it to do these, it didn't work. So, but while we're waiting for that, I am going to take a look at the two different connect buttons just to see how they implemented it, and maybe we can just update it ourselves. So I see it here. Once this is done, because it is interacting with this particular page right now, so I'm going to wait to let it finish, but I think I can try to manually take this button that they've already created for us and move it and style it the way that I want. So we'll do that. And that actually is a good lesson on, when you don't need the prompt, or it's having trouble like figuring something out. Sometimes it's just faster to just do it on your own manually. So we're going to try to actually look at the code here and figure it out if it's possible and easy or not. And I can explain a little bit, but let's see if it made the update we wanted. It still did not. I'm going to explain. It's still not 100% correct. The background of the card is not the right color, and and there should be no title contact information. It should look and behave exactly the same as at profile. Page contact info section. All right, so I said that it's not 100% correct. The background of the card is not the right color, and there should not be a title contact information. It should look and behave exactly the same as the profile contact info section. Hopefully it gets it right this time, and just to review, really it should look like this, with this transparent background, and all the info should look like this, right? And there's no title, as you can see. So I'll just go back, have a look at that. Okay, there's the duplicate here. Hopefully it gets rid of the other one. Oh, but it says that it didn't remove the old one, so it's fixing it. Good. Hopefully it'll be gone in a second. These are looking really nice and slick. And then we're going to move on to moving that connect button. Okay. Did it do it? If not, we can try to do it manually, because I can see now, there are two. But let's see, it's trying to find it. Oh gosh, file completely replaced the card component. Okay. Let's see what's going to happen here. It says now I'll make a targeted edit to remove the card component to keep only a few the new style div. Okay, that sounds right. Like, let's see. Hopefully it does okay. All right, it's taking a bit, but I see it's working now. Oh gosh, had some issues. Come on, cursor, you can do it. We've got 3 of the same contact information sections. Um, let's see if it manages it on its own. If not, maybe we just try to manually do it. Okay. Okay, good. It got rid of one of them. Okay, it's trying a new approach. Let's just see. I'm a bit worried about this one, but we can always revert. I know that it's trying to make an edit. It's not going to be a breaking change. So, um, grep means it's like using a special system to do a search. So if you're unfamiliar with these terms, like definitely look them up before, and that will kind of like help you understand what it's trying to do and not make a major change. But I can tell that these are okay changes, or they're not changes, but they're like tools that it's using to help. Um, but yeah, sed and grep, those are, I think they're like search tools within the terminal, which is like, the back end platform for helping Mac OS. All right, it is doing a lot of stuff here. Apparently, it found the 2 sections that it needs to fix. Took a little bit, but let's see if it does what we need it to do. Oh gosh, now it's using a different approach. It's really, really having trouble with this. I don't know why. All right, let's see. Maybe it figured it out. Okay. Okay. It's very close. I don't know why it's checking for the connect button, just because, I don't know. Maybe it's concerned that we lost it. Okay. It's very concerned about the connect button. Let's see. I think it created a new file here, page.tsx.bak, and it's probably going to try to replace the original with this one, which, is okay. It's taking its own approach that it knows works when it can't figure it out another way. Usually it will just make updates in here, but sometimes it'll just create a brand new page and then replace the old one. I'm going to try to see it through, but if it doesn't work, we'll just revert and go back to where we where we started and see if we can come up with another way to fix it. Maybe manually. Let's just see. Okay. Okay. According to this, it successfully updated it. Let's take a look. Okay. It actually did. I'm just going to refresh the page just to make sure. But boy, that was a long struggle to get it to do that. But better than us having to do it. It looks good though. All right. Now that is done, let's find that connect button. So here, and I just want to ask it before I do this. So is the at page.tsx.buck. Yeah, I want to see this one. The file we are using, or is it at username? So want to I don't know why it's still there. Usually it merges the two. So I'm just trying to understand. Why was that? Okay. Should we delete the backup? Okay, good. Yeah, I want to keep our file clean. Don't want any confusion. All right, now that we've done that, first of all, let's just accept all our changes. And now what we're going to do is, so what I did was, I want to show you this. So I know, that this is the right file, right? We are in the profile username page, and that corresponds to this. Okay, this exact style of page. In this case, we're in a particular person's profile. This isn't my personal account. This is a second account that I created for this purpose. Happens to have the same name as me, right? But so this is the Adam Perlis account. And in this account, I know that there are the connect buttons, right, to connect with this person. And what I want to do is I'm going to search inside of this particular file, and I'm going to look for the connect buttons. So I'm just doing a regular search and for connect, and then I did Command F to do that, and then I found the connect button. I know it's not the styling that I want because I can see that there isn't an icon anywhere. This is this one here. So actually, that's funny. There is an icon here, but let's see how that's being loaded. I see that there must be something inside of this button. So I'm going to actually I pressed Command and I clicked onto it. And I'm going to just accept all these changes here. And I bet if we scroll down here and we look and try to find the button, here's the button, there's probably an icon. So here it says button props.icon. So I'm going to look for, I think it probably, if I command click into this, let's see. Will I be, yeah, oh, here it is. So this is the person icon. So I don't want the person icon. I want to replace all of these, and I'm going to just double click it, and then I'm going to press Command D to select all of the person icons. And I'm going to change it to lock. I think it was, let me just double check. I'm going to go to Radix to find this. So this is a good lesson too. So I liked this kind of connection link. So link none one. So what I'm going to do is go here and type in link none one icon. And you see how it pops up there and it's under Radix. It literally it knows that this is what I want, right? Because Cursor does this for me. So I'm going to press that. It's going to save all of them. It says import from Radix. If I just press tab, it'll do that for me. That means it's going to move up here. See, it added it right here for me. So, and I don't know why, like what these are. I'm going to get rid of those. Those are unnecessary. We're going to save that. And now actually, if we go back here, first of all, replace that. The other thing is I don't like the size. It's too small. So we're going to go back here, and it looks like the connect button is medium. I'm going to change that to LG, large. And let's just see. That didn't appear to update. I'm just going to refresh to see if it makes the update, or maybe it's being managed somewhere else or being overridden somewhere else. Yeah, it must be overridden somewhere else. So let's go back here to the, where was it? I think it's in the username page. We're going to go back to the connect button, find that. I don't know why. Oh, that's, am I on the right page? Let's see, username, profile. No. I think I'm in the wrong place. Let's go. Yeah, sorry. I think it's down here. Page. Okay, there's the connect button. But yeah, look, it's small. So actually, I'm going to change that to medium. There. Now it's bigger. And then what I'm going to do, and now it's got the right icon. I'm going to move that. So I'm going to copy this, or I'm going to cut it. I'm going to remove it from this location. And by the way, I just want to like look at the structure here for those who are unfamiliar. So look, this is a component, right? A connect button component, which you can also find here in my components section. So if you look under here, we should see, let's see, connect button. There it is, right? And so going back to my my username here. So let's find that again. Sorry. So I'm going to take this whole component. You can see it starts with this little caret thing, and then it ends with this one. So, and everything in between, it's like some of the contents and settings. I'm going to cut that whole thing. I'm going to remove these spaces. I'll just save that. And then I'm going to find the other connect button. So that's here. And I'm just going to completely replace it. So from button to button. And let's just kind of make it look a little bit prettier. Okay, we're going to save that. Now this will refresh and it should be in the right place. Let's just see how it looks. Hopefully it maintained all the styling and looks great. Okay, this is the one, because and you see the other one's gone. So now I'm going to press connect and see what happens. Wow, processing, connection request sent. All right, now what we're going to do is, I don't know if it says anything here in terms of like, okay, it says pending, request failed. So I guess pending would be, in this case, I don't have a way to see that a request was sent. So maybe we can think about including that later. I don't know why. Failed to load connection request. I'm going to, well, we're going to come back to that. I'm going to see why that's not working. But in the meantime, I actually want to see if Atom Perlis received that. So we're going to sign out. And we're going to sign in again, and this time with the other account. And let's take a look at notifications here. Yeah, we're still having an issue. So let's take a look here. Let's copy this error, and let's go back to Cursor and say, I am not getting the connection requests. Seeing this error. And also, I'm going to go over here to the server because it's likely that once we processed it, it probably told us some information. So I'm going to keep scrolling up until I see maybe the last time there was a 200, because usually 200 signifies everything's going fine. It's done a lot of stuff here. So I'm going to make this a little bigger. Okay. Here we go. Probably from here down. Copy it, paste it, and send. And now it's going to read and try to understand maybe where potential errors might have come into play here. So it looks like there's an error because of how the API is trying to query the user's contact information. Okay, oh, here we go. We're trying to access contact info as a direct field on the user model, but it's actually a relation. Let's fix the connections API route. Okay. All right, well, that's cool. So, well, why don't we, well, I'm going to refresh this just to see if maybe it remembered. I don't know if it processed the request before. God damn it, it did. That's awesome. Look at that. Here's the request from, well, me to me. So let's go ahead and try to accept this and see what happens. Okay, and let's see if it moves to accepted. Nice. That's amazing. All right. Well, I'm going to just quickly refresh this. Well, first of all, let's go check our network tab. Let's see what's in there. Let's see if I'm in there. I am. Amazing. Wow. We did it, guys. That's incredible. So now that I'm here, I do want to check if we sign out and go sign back in, if it will show in my network that there's a connection. So let's take a look. Okay, let's take a look at the network tab. Boom. Adam Perlis is in there. Now, I have no idea why Piper Anderson is. Oh, I know why. Because we sent a request earlier that must have got like processed later. Now, is there a way to like remove somebody? So we should probably figure out a way to do that. So we need a way to remove a connection. So that'll be good because I don't know who Piper is. I want to get rid of him. We're not friends anymore. Cool. So it's working on that. But damn, this is cool. Like that was a little smoother than I was anticipating. We do need to update these notifications to be accurate. But yeah, I have to think through that experience a little bit. That's going to be a little bit more complex. Oh, I see. Here's the pending response. Yeah, it shouldn't add to the network if it is just pending. And I see that also the styling of these. I'm going to find this. Yeah, while that's doing it, I am going to find this and affix those images. Let's see. It's probably in this notifications page. And for the avatar image, let's find anywhere avatar images. And we're going to add a class name. And I want to say object cover. So oops. Did I screw something up here? I think I did. Ah, I see what I did. I accidentally selected avatar image and changed that. Let's see if that fix the issue. It should, in theory. Yeah, it did. And there, I fixed the image style. We have a way to, okay, so I sent this to Piper. Now we're awaiting his response. And I also, so I want to instruct it that if we sent a request to someone, they should not show up in network, in the at network page until they respond as accepted. So that way we don't see Piper in here. We can see that we sent a request. And next, I think what we're going to do is set up a request withdrawal. So that way your notifications section doesn't get cluttered because, you know, over time, this is just going to be insane to manage. So if there was like too many requests in here that didn't get accepted, we need a way to kind of just withdraw it and clear it from this list. Styling of this also could use a little work. Maybe we'll put this in like a badge or something. I don't know why it's off center like that. Why is that happening? Oh, I see. It should be item start. So another thing like worth mentioning is like learning all the Tailwind classes and mastering them are like so helpful. So Tailwind, CSS, you know, literally like, or sorry, it's not, I think it's just Tailwind. Yeah, it is Tailwind CSS. So if you use this, you go to the getting started and you can basically learn like every single class here. And these are CSS classes. This can really help you understand how to fix things quickly. You know, obviously you need to learn CSS too, but if you know CSS, learning Tailwind will just change your life. All right, let's see. I see there's an error or something's going on here. Oh, maybe there isn't. There isn't. Okay. API already sends this as requester. Okay. So let's see. So it says, now that we've made sure connections with pending status where the user is the requester are filtered out of the network view, let's verify it. Okay. Yeah. So let's check. Now that we've done that, do we see Piper? We don't see Piper. All right. Now, I'm going to say we need the ability to withdraw a connection request in app notifications. So hopefully that'll add that there. I was looking at this to see the CSS. Like why is this pushed over to the right? I think it's because of the centering. Let's see if this start, that doesn't have anything to do with it. Weird. Is it flex start maybe? No. There's a little icon or something here that's missing. I'm going to figure out this pending response while we're waiting for this to finish. Okay, looks like it's here. Yeah, I don't know why there's this empty span here, but we're going to get rid of that. Save. And let's just accept all these changes. Okay, cool. Now that looks more correct. Okay, let's withdraw our, nice. Okay, so we've got accepted, pending. Okay, what else? Wow, so we really have we've set up connection requests and it appears to be working perfectly. I think that's probably a good place to end for today. But what we are going to do, oh, and one thing I think that is working, if I press this heart, I think it adds it to the inner circle. Needs to, yeah, and it did update it. Wow, if I undo it, it updates it. So there's the inner and outer circle. Incredible. Um, you know what? We didn't check if there's a way to remove the connection request. So let's see, or remove the connection rather. So let's see what happens when I view the full profile. Where can I see remove connection? That probably should be managed inside of, yeah, we need to do that in Networks tab. Let's do that and then we'll wrap up. So on the at network page, or yeah, at network, I need to select it. Can we add a 3-dot ellipse to the right side of the contact and replace the heart button with it ellipse that contains a drop down with move item or move contact, or maybe just like move inner or move outer, and remove connection as the options. Oh, yeah. Okay. So on the network page, we can we add a 3-dot ellipse that contains a drop down with move inner or move outer and remove connection as the options to the right side of the contact, and replace the heart with it. Use radix, please. So I do always try to like give it instruction that it should use radix, because sometimes it forgets, or it uses another component library that I've built into this called shadcn, which we're using to manage our calendar implementation. So let's see how it does with this. While it's doing that, I'll show you shadcn. So what's nice about shadcn is this is built on top of radix and Tailwind. So it's using Tailwind's classes, CSS classes. It uses radix primitives. So when I look at radix primitives, these are the primitives. So like they have accordions, alert dialogues, checkboxes, all this stuff. So it uses all this, but then it applies its own styling to it, and it built out these pre-built components like this calendar, for example, which I'll show you mine in a second. What's nice is you can somewhat easily install these things and apply some of the work that they've already done, and it won't conflict with your current styling system. So I'll show you what that looks like in my platform. So if we go to the profile page, and that's taking a little longer than I thought to load, but let's go here. Yeah, our app's going a little slow. We're going to have to take a look at that later. And then we wanted to look here when we add like a new experience, and we go here to the period and we say pick a date range. This is actually their calendar that they created with Shadcn, and I've styled it slightly differently, but you can actually take a look at it here. Here it is, date picker. And this is the one that I used right here, the date range picker. and it's nearly identical. I just changed a little bit of the styling, different button styles, and yeah, these buttons are different, and then the text styling is a little different, but everything else is pretty much the same. So yeah, just wanted to show you that. Let's go back to what we were doing though. We need to be able to remove connections. I do see the ellipse there. Let's just take a look at our cursor. Okay, it finished. So let's take a look and see if it, okay, move to inner circle and remove connection. Wonderful. I might want to add some coloring to these, just give it a little extra oomph, but let's see what happens. So move to inner circle, move to outer circle. Oh yeah, it added the purple. This, I don't know if the heart's the right icon here, but sure. And then remove connection. We're going to try remove connection, but before we do, let's find remove. Actually, we're going to do a Command F, and we'll do remove. Or what I do is Shift Command F. That searches the whole database. Remove connection. I want to find where that is. That is. Looks like it's managed here. Let's check though. Yeah, there it is, the drop-down menu. I would like for that like X icon here to be our red. So let's go to the class name and just type in BG red. Oh, actually, I think we need to do text red. And save. Let's see if, does that update? Didn't update. Why? Oh, I see why, because there is no space. Save. You gonna do it for me? No? Okay. Maybe it's not, maybe it's BG. Let's try. Seems to be, interesting. That is a bit funny. I thought that would work. Let's just inspect it to see why. I feel like it should be working. And let's just make sure it's the right coloring. So it shows this. And that's the cross icon, but it's not, doesn't appear to get our classes for some reason. Maybe I should refresh the page. Maybe that's the issue. Could be. It's pretty rare that it is, but it could be. Yeah, that's a bit strange. So what I can see here is that it's getting the old classes, the H4, W4. Oh, but those are different. I wonder if there is another remove connection. Interesting. Maybe it's getting overridden somewhere. Let's undo this. We're going to save it, and then let's see if there's another place where that's happening. Okay, here it is. There it is. Okay, so we're in the wrong place. Let's just get rid, I think it should be text red. Let's just see what happens. There it goes. Okay, awesome. Remove connection, move to inner circle. Let's try to remove the connection. Just make sure it works. Okay, we're going to refresh the page, make sure it 100% worked. Okay, good. We no longer have any connections. Awesome. That's a great place to wrap up, guys. Thanks again. I'll see you next time.